Hello and welcome. My name is Zara, and this is where we deep dive into the astrology, the transits, and what it means for your soul's destiny. Today we're discussing Venus in Scorpio, and Venus enters into Scorpio November 6th, where it will remain until the 30th of November. Then Venus will transit into Sagittarius. This is going to be a very interesting Venus in Scorpio transit, and how we're going to do this, we are going to discuss Venus in Scorpio, what it means, as in what astrological events are happening, what aspects are happening with Venus in Scorpio, and then we're going to get into all 12 signs. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and do comment your placements as well. And don't just think Sun, Moon, Rising. Think your Venus sign. If you have Venus in Scorpio, this is your Venus return. If you have Venus in Pisces, there's going to be a trine with Venus to your Venus in Pisces. So do comment your placements. I'd love to hear from you, and I will respond in the comments. Now, if you'd like me to read your astrological chart, there is a link down below, as well as your horoscope. If you want to know how this is going to unfold for you for this month, next month, you choose, as well as I do have a Mercury Retrograde guidebook about Gemini, Mercury Retrograde in every sign. So this is a forever book that you can utilize to know how it's influencing you, the area of life, and how to work with Mercury Retrograde, as well as the myths about Mercury Retrograde. Why I'm mentioning this here is because Venus will be in Scorpio. And guess what? On the 19th of November, Mercury will retrograde back into Scorpio. And on the 25th, Mercury in Scorpio retrograde will conjunct Venus in Scorpio retrograde. So this is going to be impactful for us all. So these aspects I'm going to be discussing are very powerful and transformative. There's going to be some good aspects that are really amazing. And then there are going to be some challenging aspects, which we are going to get into for you to understand the full transit of Venus in Scorpio. Venus is a benefic planet. It's our feel-good planet. It's what makes us happy. It's what makes us feel joy, pleasure. And not just only pleasure, it's our money and our relationships. It's our values. It's how we relate to others. It's how we relate to our money. This is vitally important. Looking at the Venus sign alone, you can even tell a lot about how someone makes their money, because Venus is what we value. It's what we share. It's what we also share with others in order to reap financial rewards. When it comes to relationships, it's how we love and want to be loved. So that's the overall energy of Venus. It's also our aesthetic. It's what we look like. It's what makes us feel good, okay? Everything that is pleasure is Venus. Now, when Venus waltzes into Scorpio, things are about to change, because Scorpio is intensity. It's darkness. This is intense power dynamics. Scorpio is ruled by Mars in traditional astrology, and in modern astrology, Pluto. Given the energy of Scorpio, it's naturally a sign of everything being hidden. It's darkness, right? This is where we hold our pain, our trauma. This is where we feel betrayed. This is where we see those truths that shake our whole reality. So Venus is not at home here. Venus loves to be in Taurus, where everything grows, where there's growth, abundance, security, stability. Venus loves to be in Taurus because it's strong there, it's at home. This is where it can grow in earthly matters. This is where Venus can see money flowing in based on the worth and value, stability, grounded energy. Relationships carry the same tone. In Scorpio is transformation. Scorpio is healing. Scorpio is death. It is where things die and get reborn. Hence the transformation. It's where we lose. It's where we feel pain. It's our trauma. It's our secrets. It's our psychology. It's our alchemy. It's our energy connected to the spiritual realms of what we can't see. Through going through this whole period of loss, grief, do we touch a power beyond our physical existence and tap into something higher than ourselves that allows for our transformation? It is the phoenix rising. It is the snake that sheds its skin. It is the scorpion that hides in the nooks and crannies between the rocks with its stinger. So when Venus enters into Scorpio, Venus here isn't at home and isn't comfortable, and this is why we see obsession, possession. Yes, this is where we fixate. Scorpio is where we fixate on something, where we hold it with intensity. Whether it's a subject, a person, your money, you fixate. Venus in Scorpio is that energy. Venus in Scorpio knows betrayal. Venus in Scorpio wants to get to the bottom of truth. Venus in Scorpio demands and wants loyalty because knows the world isn't safe. The profound experience of Venus in Scorpio is like nothing you've ever felt. It is power too, because when you detach from everything, although Venus in Scorpio wants to hold on, but the more, if you have Venus in Scorpio as a placement, the more you release, the more you don't hold on, the stronger you become, because you do not attach to anything, because nothing is permanent in Scorpio. The more you dive deep into your emotional waters, and when I say Scorpio's emotional waters, if you think of the water, the ocean, Pisces would be the vast ocean. Cancer is where the waves crash on the shore. Scorpio is the water where there is at the depths and the bottom of the ocean, and where you feel like you're drowning and there is no air. So the more Venus embraces this, the more the rebirth happens. That's why there's loss, there's death, there's pain, there's transformation. And only through the vulnerability of absolute rawness and intimacy can Venus and Scorpio feel safe and loved. A Venus and Scorpio person is someone that's going to walk the ends of the earth for you. They are loyal, they are dedicated, they will give their all. But the moment they feel that you are not giving in return, they are going to drag you to the same hell that they found you in. Yes, this is the Venus in Scorpio that does seek revenge, that does seek to play fair and wants fairness and wants us to be on equal footing. This is not the Venus in Scorpio to do wrong. And yes, Venus in Scorpio goes for the people with a sense of loss and darkness. That's why they can put you in the same hell that they found you in, because it's not like this is the Venus that's going to be attracted to what's love, light. They're going to be attracted to someone with a tinge of darkness, someone with a tinge of loss, because within that they find beauty. They find beauty in vulnerability. They find beauty in embracing the cycles of life, that life don't only have happy moments and full bloom spring. They embrace the autumn and the fall, okay? When things go to die, because they see the preciousness within the moment. Not a sign for everyone, because, if you're going to be with someone Venus and Scorpio, you got to literally pull back the layers of your physical existence and show your soul completely. And whether you are showing up here in a way that isn't true, a Venus and Scorpio person will know it. This is depth. This is powerful energy, and that's what we are doing at Venus and Scorpio. We're transforming and healing our finances and money as a collective. We are going to embrace this experience. That's why we go through all these transits, so we can embrace each one and see how it relates to us in our lives, especially according to the areas of life that it's happening in. All right, Venus and Scorpio enters November 6th, and we come into, let's get to the bottom of things. I mean business. Because November 8th, we have Venus and Scorpio in opposition to Pluto in Aquarius. This is love and money and what's hidden. Truths being revealed, truth bombs, right? This is that energy of intensity. Pluto in Aquarius is communication. It's air sign energy. And whenever Pluto is in opposition to Venus, we feel power plays, power dynamics. We feel the betrayals. We feel the loss. We see the truth. We gain the clarity. And this is over our finances as well as our relationships. There's certain things we can't hide. This is it now. And this also touches on your pain. So if you come into Venus and Scorpio and it's like, whew, every worry, every concern, and every psychological pain I've ever had is now surfacing, you being triggered. Pluto is that psychology. It's also past traumas This is where we go for healing with Venus and Scorpio. And this Venus and Scorpio isn't here to play. It's going to come in with that intensity. It's going to come in with what's hidden. It's going to come through like the internet. It's going to come through conversation. It's going to come through words. And people aren't afraid to push back and sting. Venus in Scorpio with Pluto in Aquarius, we can see acts of loss, violence, intense, and especially in our most closest relationships. So boundaries are key. And if you're around anyone that's hot-headed and tempered, take a step back. Okay, we got Mars in Sagittarius. It's, I want to go to war right now, and Mercury's already in that pre-shadow period. And by the 9th, Mercury goes retrograde. Bombs want to go off. And you need to be aware of that. So what would I suggest? Boundaries. If any triggers are coming up for you, step into your divine power. This is Venus and Scorpio. It's not out in the world. This is privately. Go through your own private healing, whether that is in some time towards, spending it by yourself. Okay? This is where you go within and you transform yourself. This is alchemy. This is where you face those things. And if anyone is testing those boundaries, walk away. Now, here's where I like things. November 18th, 17th, we're going to have Venus in Scorpio trine the North Node in Pisces. November 26th, Venus in Scorpio trine Jupiter in Pisces. November 26th, Venus in Scorpio trine Saturn in Pisces. Around this time here, it's beautiful. Chef's kiss. Okay, Venus in Scorpio trine the North Node in Pisces. This is fated. This is destined moments. Destiny is coming through. But I want you to keep in mind this is all water. When we are dealing with Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, and if you have water placements, this one is for you. Comment down below and let me know. This one is for you. It's that energy of healing. It is that energy of so much of goodness, so much of sweetness. And yes, healing can happen, especially if there's stuff that needs to be healed here. It will come through. But with Venus and Scorpio, with that harmonious aspect to the North Node, destined aligned opportunities for relationships, including money. This is where it's going to hit. This is where the opportunity finds itself, and where it's happening in your chart is vitally important. With Venus in Scorpio, trine Jupiter in Cancer, this is like opportunities for home, family. With Venus and Scorpio, we deal with taxes, inheritances, other people's money, where other people need to pay you, spouse's money. This is where we deal with those areas of life, payouts coming through, business opportunities coming through. Business is Scorpio. Okay, business partnerships all coming through. Okay, Jupiter in Cancer, home, family dynamics. I will put Jupiter in Cancer down below for you to see. I did a whole video on this as well, how it influences you, and I will be doing the retrograde of being a Jupiter in Cancer as well. So a lot of opportunities are flowing in, destined aligned moments. Remember, the South Node is in Virgo. So there are going to be things we need to let go of. When we have that trine to the North Node, destiny, yes, that's outside of your comfort zone. And it's telling you to say goodbye to what you know. The routine, the social connection, the way of thinking. Because let me tell you, South Node Virgo can bring up a lot of people finding everything wrong. Because this is our physical world and we'll see things wrong. And I'm not saying it isn't there, babes. I'm saying to you, trust North Node Pisces, what you can't see, the opportunity coming through, the vision you have for yourself, right? The faith that you need to have to surrender. So this is really great. Saturn in Pisces trying this is the structure, the discipline of the hard work that you put in will reap the relationship and financial rewards only built on stability. Remember, Venus in Scorpio is still here to give us the truth. Okay, and Saturn is like, I will restrict it out if it ain't, something that holds longevity. Okay, because, Saturn loves longevity. It wants something to last for 30 years because it takes 30 years to transit back to a sign. Powerful. Ooh, I love it. I love it. Such beautiful, juicy energy is coming through. This is that energy that if you align to these areas of life that this transit is happening in, and I will be making a video on that, you will really find the sweetness of success. Don't be afraid to surrender. This is water energy. When it comes to water, we feel our feelings. Okay. whether you're a man, whether you're a woman, whether you are non-binary, the feelings matter when we're dealing with water. If you've been suppressing, it's all going to come out. It wants to. Let it out. And the more healing you do, the more you're open to receive, because the heart is where we receive. And the more we let go of what holds us back, the more opportunity we can have come our way. Okay. And then I want to bring up on the 25th, Mercury will retrograde in conjunct Venus and Scorpio, exact on the 21st. So we're going to feel this as all this juicy energy is coming through. We got this going on. And this is like, what is hidden must come to the surface. What is owed must be paid. Scorpio is a karmic sign. It's what's owed to me must come my way. Okay, and that is it here. If someone's owed you something financially, it can come through. If there's someone from the past relationship, it can come through. This is also Mercury in retrograde. Any truths hidden, it's revealed about finances and relationships. Potent, powerful energy these transits are giving. So even though there's this beauty of that water trine, the Mercury is still retrograde. It wants something old, something that you've already thought of, something that's been in your heart, a desire that you're working on currently, not something new. You'll just be played, because once Mercury goes direct and it's something brand new, you'll just see clear as day that this was not something meant for you and it was false, a deception. Okay, so we have some glorious energy. On the 30th, we have Venus and Scorpio in opposition to Uranus and Taurus, shocking events in love and relationship. And then on the 30th, we have Venus and Scorpio trining Neptune and Pisces. This is compassion, healing, and understanding. This is your vision and dreams. If you have a dream that you want to fulfill, this is the way you fulfill it. It's compassion, healing, and understanding. So as much as there's some beautiful chef's kiss transits happening, there's also some transits here that are beckoning us to grow and evolve and see the truth about our lives. I'm excited. Are you? Comment down below and let me know. Aries. Whew. Breathe. Intense energy, and this is not happening with Venus and Scorpio in the most bubbly place of your natal chart. Okay, it's influencing, what's hidden, deep connections, intimacy, vulnerability, healing, transformation, truths being revealed. Venus and Scorpio can allow for financial gains through business partnerships, spouses' income. This is where people want to invest in your investments. All are key here. You can also find yourself extremely magnetic. This is great for physical intimacy in the bedroom between the sheets. Okay, we can also see this as vulnerability, as in having deep, intimate conversations with loved ones, sharing your vulnerabilities in places that are safe and trusting. This is great for psychology. This is great for spiritual journeys, delving deep into alchemy, power, stepping into your divine power. This is powerful for you financially and within your emotional security. Okay, I find this is going to be a deeply healing and transformative experience for you with the aspects to North Node in Pisces, Saturn in Pisces, and Jupiter in Cancer. This shows a surrendering of the old is allowing for something new financially that's going to give you the security within home and family. Saturn in Pisces and North Node in Pisces is you allowing endings, letting go, releasing and healing, solitude and closure, boundaries that allows for you to find financial opportunities and securities and opportunities within home family. Powerful time for you. The Mercury Retrograde, and I do have a guidebook for Mercury Retrograde through all signs. It's a forever book giving you steps to work with. Okay, powerful. That being said, this Mercury Retrograde in Scorpio is going to create some tensions when it comes to financial matters. Mercury Retrograde in Scorpio, November 19th. There will be exact Mercury Retrograde in Scorpio with Venus in Scorpio on the 25th. This is going to create some either old money that's been owed to you comes through, tensions over shared resources, debts, and financial matters, as well as truth bombs within relationships. And some of you walking away from relationships that you realize is not deeply rooted in the love that you require. This is potent. This is powerful. Okay, that opposition to Uranus and Taurus also shows that money that you earn, some changes will be happening within the money that you earn when it comes to other people's resources. This can be wins and it can be losses. This is Uranus, expect the unexpected. And based on your natal chart specifically, it'll influence you very differently based on your aspects. Do comment your placements and I will respond to you down below. I'm so excited for this. Hello, Taurus. Venus and Scorpio opposite you influences your relationships. Time to do some research if you have clients. How can you secure deals? How can you get more customers? As well as if you're looking for a professional contract, what can you do? This is where you're digging deep. This is where you're seeing truths about your contracts professionally. Like what missing information, is there a power dynamic going on here? You're very aware about power dynamics, digging deep into relationships. However, you can reap financial rewards for your professional partnerships. Money wants to come to you. This is Venus here. It wants to sweeten your connections and ask you to step into your power too. Now, if an old connection needs to be transformed, like you need to walk away from a contract, a deal, you can do so. This is where you're like, but just be in mind, Mercury is going retrograde November 9th and retrograde back into Scorpio. So keep that in mind. Don't act impulsive. It needs to be an old idea. When it comes to your relationships, if you're in a relationship, this is great for intimacy, but time for you to get really close with someone. You're magnetic now. This opposite you. This is also really great for having those deep conversations about finances, about love, about connection, about the truths within a relationship. Truths can be revealed within a relationship, and you're seeking that. If you are single, you could meet someone now as well. This makes you very magnetic. Keep in mind, Mercury goes retrograde November 9th. I did discuss that, and Mercury retrograde back into Scorpio November 19th. So you could rethink it because we're already in that cycle, especially if it's something new. So make any final decisions on new relationships towards the end. December 15th, then you can, okay? Keep this in mind, sweetness of the trine. Venus and Scorpio trine, North Node Pisces, Sun in Pisces, and Jupiter in Cancer. There will also be a trine to Neptune in Pisces. This for you is great. Uranus Uranus retrograde enters back into Taurus. So if things have been unstable for you financially, you're seeking that stability. We are going to have Venus and Scorpio. This is your relationships. Uranus is in Taurus as well. Saturn is in Pisces. This is your future wishes and dreams, collaboration, networking, online and in person. You can really get in the money, Taurus. Okay, Jupiter in Cancer, opportunities through your mind, your ideas, sales, your environment. Opportunities want to come to you the more you communicate. Siblings as well. Okay, through your siblings, through your connections, writing, teaching, sharing a course, sharing information, marketing, social media. All of these things bring in a lot of opportunities for you. Now, with the opposition to Uranus in Taurus and Venus in Taurus, this can bring up some shakeups within finances and relationships towards the end of the month. So just keep that in mind. And Mercury does go retrograde November 19th. So exes can come back into your life. People from the past, old tensions of the past can come back within your relationships. Money is owed to you, can come through. Okay. So if there are any delays with financial matters, this is also Mercury in Scorpio. It will be exact on the 25th with Venus in Scorpio. So keep that in mind. Do comment your placements and I will respond to you down below. Gemini. We started this month already. Venus is in Scorpio. Your ruler goes retrograde November 9th. So you're already out of sorts. Okay. With Venus and Scorpio, this really sweetens the deal in terms of work. This is where you find more pleasure within your work, money through the services, the work that you do, your productivity. Okay. When it comes to co-workers, there can be some power dynamics and some tensions at work. Already, I think it's also Mercury opposite you and Sagittarius going retrograde November 9th, creating tensions with your co-workers and your work environment, and also you rethinking your health matters is vitally important with Venus and Scorpio. Now, there is a beautiful trine, North Node Pisces, Jupiter in Cancer, Venus in Scorpio. We have Neptune also in Pisces. We got Sun in Pisces. Destined aligned opportunities for your career. Now it is North Node and you got to get out of your comfort zone. Sun in Pisces says hard work and discipline will pay off. Venus in Scorpio, it's the work that you do. And with Jupiter in Cancer, it's your money. opportunities for financial growth. This is your sweet success, especially if you're in the working field and are seeking this. This is really giving you that sweet success. So embrace this energy. It is opportunities that want to come to you. Okay, now say you're not working. Venus and Scorpio is also influencing your health, and maybe you might be spending a bit of money on your health matters. With Saturn in Pisces, it's telling you what are the long-term goals of what you want, longevity over life. This is your sense of purpose. And with Jupiter in Cancer, it's asking you to find security in what you value. So you can really ground in self-care and health as well overall during this time. I will say, Venus and Scorpio on the 30th, we're going to have, in opposition to Uranus and Taurus. There's something you need to let go of subconsciously that's holding you back, especially with Venus and Scorpio influencing work, health, and routine. When it comes to love, you might meet someone at work with Venus and Scorpio. With a partner, this is where you're taking care of the day-to-day routines together. Truths can be revealed, though, in relationships that don't hold longevity for you, that don't hold security for the future and are not of what you value. I will say, Mercury retrograde in Scorpio conjunct Venus and Scorpio on the 25th exact. We will be feeling this energy as well as Mercury enters into Scorpio November 19th. This can create tensions at work, delays with financial matters related to work, maybe a lack of productivity, and also you suffering from burnout, and your health also matters can come up. So take care of yourself during that time. Okay, I do have a Mercury Retrograde guidebook available with Mercury Retrograde in every single sign. It's a forever book giving you the myths about Mercury Retrograde, how to work with Mercury Retrograde and Mercury Retrograde in every single sign, how it influences you. Do comment your placements and I will respond to you down below. Cancer, Venus and Scorpio highlights romance, fun, pleasure, children, conception. This is very fertile energy for you. This is like, we have that moment, me and this romantic person. And this can even be like one of those one-night stand moments, just beware. Okay, where you can find yourself very, very fertile and feeling yourself. So conceptions can happen. Fertility is strong here. This is your creative ideas, creative projects, juices are flowing. Romance, this is great for romance, intensity and passion. You could meet someone, existing relationship, you take it to the next level. Keep in mind the retrograde, which is creating some miscommunication, misunderstandings, and truth bombs being revealed when it comes to romance, and some blasts from the past as well. Now let's talk about that beautiful water trine. Venus and Scorpio trine, North Node Pisces, Saturn in Pisces, Neptune in Pisces, Jupiter in Cancer, which is you. This is showing if you are working on a creative project right now, it can really expand and grow your reach. Publications, Saturn in Pisces, North Node Pisces, destined opportunities for publications, putting something out into the world. If you're studying as well right now, it can be something that you enjoy and it gives you a lot of opportunities, Jupiter in Cancer in your sign. So learning, teaching, sharing of information, traveling is really fruitful for you right now. Thinking about relocation, things that you want to do. This is offering you a lot of sweet success. So travel, relocation, moving yourself to another part of the world. This is world travel. Opportunities are flowing in for you right now. I will say, keep in mind that we are going to have Mercury in Scorpio conjunct Venus in Scorpio on the 25th exact. Mercury in Scorpio will enter retrograde on the 19th and will remain until the end of the month in Scorpio. Retrograde and goes direct. If you like my Mercury Retrograde guidebook, I do have that. Mercury Retrograde, all the signs, what it means for you. So you can always, it's a forever book. Forever book. So you understand Mercury Retrograde and how it influences each area of your life and, myths and ways to work with this energy as well. That being said, I will say to you, enjoy this Venus retrograde. It's beautiful. With the Mercury retrograde, it can show miscommunications in romantic situations, tensions with children, tensions around children, delays financially for creative projects, as well as blasts from the past romantically coming back into your life, memories even, visions, while you're sleeping. So keep that in mind. I'm sending you lots of love. This also influences your childhood. I've got that, your childhood. You could have childhood, like go back to a place you were, you spent your youth as well, or childhood hobbies, you pick them up. It's a time for pleasure for you. Do comment your placements and I will respond to you. Remember, your natal chart is special and unique to you. So commenting your placements, I can give you more insights in the comments. Leo. What can I say? This is Venus in Scorpio. It's highlighting home and family emotional connections. There can be deep needs for security, intimacy. This week can spend money within the home. Relatives might give you some money. This way family members, spoil you a little. You want to connect with family. There's this connection with family, wanting to connect with family, spending more times with your family, doing beautiful things with your home, splurging when it comes to your home, money through relatives. If you have a home-based business, this is where you make a lot of money. Okay. Now, truths can be revealed too. This is where there can be some power dynamics in the home and you need to step into your power. Sometimes, Venus and Scorpio can create transformation within the home for you. It does do that. And this is where you're always going through that emotional transformation. And also emotional people from the past, like people you shared emotional connections with. They don't need to be emotional, but emotional connections will come back. Now, let's talk about that beautiful water trine. For you, this is healing. Venus in Scorpio, Sun in Pisces, Neptune in Pisces, North Node in Pisces, as well as Jupiter in Cancer. That's healing. That's transformation. It's healing. It is shedding the old experiences, pain, trauma. Jupiter in Cancer is giving you allowing things to come to an end for new beginnings. Totally blessed. Okay, so don't allow yourself to be stuck. This is giving healing for you. North Node in Pisces is giving that. South Node is saying, let go of what you think is keeping you secure. Okay, get out of the way of what you're holding on to. This is where we hoard stuff. For you, it's Virgo. It's where you hoard on, what you feel you need to keep. North Node Pisces is saying surrender to your intimacy, your vulnerability, and your highest power. I love this financially. Venus in Scorpio, money through home-based businesses, through family, relatives, as well with the North Node Pisces, Saturn in Pisces, inheritances, other people's money, spouses, investments, business partnerships that you've been working on can pay off and give you the security you need for your home life. As well as with Jupiter in Cancer says something behind the scenes, someone behind the scenes can come in and help you. This is your spirit guide, your intuition. Trust your intuition. It is vitally important. I love this energy for you. Mercury Retrograde, November 19th, exact 25th with Mercury Retrograde in Scorpio, conjunct Venus in Scorpio. People you lived with domestically that you loved could come back. Family members can come back into your life. Conversations, reconnections. It doesn't have to be bad. And this can really bring in old family members coming back. There can be miscommunication within the home and family, so be aware of that. Some family tensions can arise. Boundaries are necessary. And with Venus and Scorpio on the 30th, in opposition to Uranus and Taurus, this is your career, your goals, unexpected changes that allow, something to build security within your home or family, something that you need to transform emotionally within your family in order for you to embrace your leadership roles. It shows changes within the home and family and transformation emotionally. Do comment your placements and I will respond to you. I do have a Mercury Retrograde Guidebook available. It's a forever guidebook and I'd love to hear from you in the comments. Virgo. What a month. Venus in Scorpio for you gives you keen insight into what people are thinking, truths being revealed. Venus in Scorpio influences siblings, relatives, your environment, your communication, your networking, social media. Truths are being revealed, okay? This can make you though very flirty. This is great for flirty energy. You're very magnetic with the words that you say and you're charming people. So if you're single, your words, it's what's going to bring in the passion. And if you're in an existing relationship, it's your words. This is like talk dirty to me kind of energy. I won't lie. It's like, hey, talk dirty to me, get me in the mood. It's very, I love it. I love it. This is beautiful, okay? Enjoy yourself. However, financially, it's your words, it's your ideas. It's great for sales, social media, marketing, networking, sending out your CV, your resume, putting that information out into the world like, hey, I'm ready to gain that, financial freedom. This is Venus in Scorpio. It wants to transform your finances through your ideas, your networks. If you're launching a product, yes, Mercury is retrograde and that is your ruler. So make sure it's something from the past, rethink things and manage delays. But this is really great energy to excel. And stand in your power when it comes to your relatives, your environment, and your communications. And the truths being revealed are yet to set you free. Let's talk about that sweet water trine. Venus and Scorpio trine, North Node in Pisces, Saturn in Pisces, Neptune in Pisces, Jupiter in Cancer. For you, this is your ideas, your communication with Saturn in Pisces. Ooh, North Node in Pisces, destined partnerships. So meeting someone. Okay, I won't be surprised if a lot of Virgos are keeping their, connections private right now, romantically. You could meet someone, offers that longevity, destined encounters romantically. If you're in an existing relationship, it's only lasting if it has what it takes for longevity and it feels destined and divinely ordained and embracing the new you. South Node Virgo, you are letting go of the old you, and whoever's going to be with you needs to embrace who you're becoming because it's beautiful. Jupiter in Cancer shows opportunities, within your social connections, online, in person, your future wishes and dreams, and something you've prayed for comes your way. This is beautiful energy. We have Venus in Scorpio also on a financial level, influencing you through your ideas, professional partnerships that feel destined. South Node Virgo, surrender and let go of the doubt, insecurity, and self-criticism. Jupiter in Cancer, collaboration, networking, offers coming through their partnerships that influence you with ideas that can really be contracts that are worthwhile. Mercury retrograde is there, so make sure that you read, double check and recheck. Let's talk about on the 30th, we're going to have Venus and Scorpio in opposition to Uranus and Taurus. And for you, it's just about your expansion and growth. Okay? Set yourself free. It's your freedom. And then on the 25th, right, we're going to have exact, right? Mercury in Scorpio conjunct Venus in Scorpio. Mercury enters into Scorpio November 19th. For you, this has a lot to do with, your ideas and people you communicated with from the past. Siblings might bring up old issues. Relatives might bring up old issues. This is a lot of gossip and false information coming to the surface for you, right? This is also you rethinking your ideas, rethinking your communication, how you express yourself. A lot of miscommunication can happen. Challenges with travel, especially via vehicle. So keep that in mind, and missed appointments. Keep everything in mind and work with this accordingly. I do have a Mercury Retrograde guidebook. It's a forever guidebook about Mercury Retrograde in every sign and how it influences you. So yes, Mercury Retrograde in Sagittarius, Aquarius, every single sign and how it influences you. So if you'd like that, do let me know. Comment down below and I will respond to you in the comments because your chart is unique to you and your placements are, and I'd love to hear from you. Libra. Venus in Scorpio is great. This is money in your bank account. It's sweetness, okay? This is money flowing to you based on you, your ideas, your skills, your talents. So put out that resume, put out your ideas. If you're an entrepreneur, it's your skills and talents that people want. This is where you can find that sweetness. This is resources coming to you, ways to improve your skills and talents so you become more successful financially. Love. When it comes to love, you want a love that values you. You might even talk a lot about financial matters with a partner. If you're single, you might meet someone now in a place related to money, maybe at a shopping center, at a bank, okay? This is where you might meet them. It's something related to money. You're also seeking someone who values you, and you want, like, this date that you go on might even be a bit luxurious in nature, right? You want someone to spoil you. Okay. Now, let's talk about that beautiful water trine. Venus in Scorpio trine, Saturn in Pisces, Neptune in Pisces, North Node in Pisces, and Jupiter in Cancer. This is the work that you do, Saturn in Pisces, Neptune in Pisces, North Node in Pisces, destined aligned opportunities based on your work, your productivity. Venus in Scorpio, your money, your bank account, Jupiter in Cancer, your career. This is all about financial success, more than anything for you, Libra. If you're seeking love, it needs to be someone who values you, someone who's able to put in the work. And Jupiter in Cancer shares the long-term goal and vision that you have. So this can be a blessed and harmonious, opportunity for you. We do have the South Node in Virgo. You are shedding and ending out old cycles of emotional baggage that's been draining your energy. Okay, so this is beautiful. We do have Mercury in Scorpio, retrograde enter November 19th, and it will conjunct Venus and Scorpio on the 25th. I do have a Mercury retrograde forever guidebook available. Let me know if you're interested in that. I will have it linked down below. But this for you is you rethinking your money, rethinking how you earn money, rethinking your skills and talents. Some delays might come up with your finances and you might need to financially pay for something. So be aware of that. Mercury retrograde creates delays financially, right? You can complete all ideas you've been working on. You could get that, like if you've been working on a contract to secure or getting that interview, you get it. You can complete things financially based on your income, but it's not great to start anything new. So don't give in to any scammers or anything like that. I would definitely say be prepared, have some savings aside for delays. Very fruitful time for you financially. If someone owed you money, my love, it wants to come through. Okay. Come into placements. I will respond to you. Remember, your birth chart is unique to you. And so comment those placements so I can respond and let you know what's happening for you particularly. My sweet, sweet Scorpio. Ooh, it is your birthday season. So Venus in Scorpio makes you magnetic and alluring and attractive. People want to know what's happening on your side of the world. They want to connect to you. So you can find yourself in that attraction energy. So what happens when Venus enters into a sign? It brings in that attraction. So if this is your sun sign, you're going to really feel it. This is where you got like, oh, my sense of purpose. People are noticing me more. People have their eyes on me. People want to connect to me. If this is your moon sign, it's more private. It's your home and family. And your rising sign, it's your sense of identity. You're looking at your wardrobe, your style, you're looking, asking yourself what changes you want to make. And this can also happen for your sun sign because it's how you show up in the world. So a lot of goodness is coming. People want to spoil you. People want to spend on you. People want to connect to you. If you're single, this is where someone wants to say, hey, okay? And if you're in an existing relationship, you're finding the love and you want to dig deep and you want that intimacy and you're feeling it and you can't receive it. Now, keep in mind the Mercury retrograde can create delays. That's the only thing that is stopping you, okay? Like you're slowing down your roll, should I say. Let's talk about that water trine. Venus in Scorpio, Saturn in Pisces, Neptune in Pisces, North Node in Pisces, and we have Jupiter in Cancer. This for you is really great for creative projects. You can get money through the hard work and effort on your creative projects or your genius ideas. Opportunities are flowing in, especially with Saturn in Pisces, North Node in Pisces. You gifted something that is you're passionate about. Like, oh, I wanted to work at this place. I'm so passionate about. That's when the opportunity comes in. South Node Virgo is saying, let go of old collaborations, associations, friend groups, connections, as you embracing your true pleasure and joy. Jupiter in Cancer, this is like travel, adventure, higher education, expansion, and growth. And there's a lot of growth coming in. So finding ways through travel. There might be travel opportunities that line up with these creative projects, genius ideas that you're working on, and passion, something you feel passionate about, right? It could be publications as well with Jupiter in Cancer, something you're publishing, something you're putting out into the world, teaching, sharing a course, sharing your expertise. It's all going to financially bless you. When it comes to love, Venus in Scorpio, with Saturn in Pisces, if that love does not have what it takes for years and years to come, it might fall away. Destined aligned opportunities can come in. You could meet someone. Remember the retrograde, so just keep that in mind. Doesn't mean dive right in. If you meet someone right now, give it time. Wait until December 15th to make that final decision. But you could meet someone, existing relationship, romantically, you can connect. Some of you might even unexpectedly, not know Pisces, fall pregnant, there's children, the conception. Saturn in Pisces can bring in some restriction, but it can happen. Something happens with your children. Maybe you need to spend on your children, right? Maybe they have a travel trip that's coming up. Okay, so, or legal matter that's coming up. If you're going through any legal matters with Jupiter and Cancer until next year, you can find success like you would win. Okay. Really beautiful energy. Mercury retrograde will have you rethinking things. Mercury retrograde enters into your sign November 19th. I do have a guidebook. It's a forever guidebook of Mercury retrograde in every single sign, how it will always influence you. And with Mercury retrograde conjunct in Scorpio, Venus in Scorpio on the 25th, rethinking your sense of self, your reputation, how you present yourself, your ideas, your identity. This can create tensions, delays, and miscommunication in all areas of life because it's happening in your sign. So every part of you that's connected to you, but more so your identity. So Keep that in mind. Do comment your placements and I will respond to you as your birth chart is unique to you. Sagittarius. Sagittarius, Venus and Scorpio is great to have an affair. I won't lie. This is like behind closed doors, nobody knows, private meetings and connections. So some of you, especially if you are already having affairs, this is like going to highlight that more intimacy, more passion. Some of you will walk away from connections. This is endings, healing, releasing, closure, truths being revealed. Some of you might have someone from the past, a blast from the past come back into your life, the secret lover, someone that is like secretly been pining and yearning for you. This is yearning. This is Venus and Scorpio. It's like, I want you so bad. Okay. And they might reveal their true feelings. Within an existing relationship, this is privately, maybe you're spending more time privately behind closed doors. Maybe you go on a little getaway, but you are seeking like intimate moments of conversation, healing through that. Maybe there is some things to be worked through, forgiveness, compassion within a relationship. If it can't happen, you're walking away. Mercury is already retrograde, November 9th in your sign. So you're rethinking a lot. And this Venus in Scorpio is having you also seek solitude, seek healing. Financial matters, passive income can grow, money behind the scenes. But this is not where you are making a lot of money. It's old ideas paying off. It's kind of like, you in between. You have to wait for when Venus enters into your sign at the end of the month when you're more magnetic, okay? Use more attraction energy. This time it's passive income, behind the scenes, financially. Spiritual work can do well with this energy. Now, water tribe. We have Venus and Scorpio, Trine, Sun in Pisces, Neptune Pisces, North Node Pisces, Jupiter in Cancer. This is a lot of healing for you. This water trine, and you are a fire sign. It's taking you and kind of wetting all your fire. It's like you're just out there fiery, and this is just like throwing a bucket on you and you're just wet with emotion. Feel your feelings. Sun in Pisces, Neptune Pisces is your emotional world, not node. This is emotional feelings. So if there's anything you need to feel it. I promise you opportunities will come because you feel it. Jupiter in Cancer is also intimacy, shared resources, yes, financially, but it's intimacy, past pain, trauma, psychological healing. So if you need therapy, a psychologist, a life coach, an astrologer, go for it. This is healing for you. Now, let's talk about how you can get some money. Venus and Scorpio, passive income. Sun and Pisces, North Node Pisces. This is your home and family. Either thinking about moving home or structures you're building within your home. Saturn's hard work within the home, right? I know some of you could have suffered with depression, especially since 2023. And with Neptune Pisces, emotionally, a lot of emotions were coming through. This is when you trust your intuition. You are building that security. Jupiter in Cancer is inheritances, shared resources, like a spouse's income can help here. Or like opportunities coming through a spouse, or opportunities coming through other people. Maybe they invest in your business or they invest in something with you. This is where you might get an opportunity within your home and family for some form of stability. Saturn wants that, like you just bought a home. And with the South Node in Virgo comes through your career. Okay, as long as you've been letting go of the old identification with the career that was keeping you stuck and stagnant. Venus and Scorpio says, let it go and allow for something new to flow for you. The Mercury Retrograde will retrograde back into Scorpio November 19th. I do have a Mercury Retrograde guidebook for Mercury Retrograde in every single sign. Yes, all 12 signs and how it influences you particularly and how to work with it. So Mercury Retrograde enters into Scorpio November 19th, will conjunct on the 25th, Mercury retrograde in Scorpio, conjunct Venus in Scorpio. This for you is old issues from the past coming back, old conversations, old tensions coming to want to be, let's talk about it again. Okay. People, secrets from the past can come up. This is a lot of delays and challenges. You can feel like you're under mental fog and you're just so exhausted. Okay. Relax. November 19th, November 30th, Venus will enter into Sagittarius. I know this can bring some tensions, but it can be worked through. Do comment your placements and I will respond to you down below as your birth chart is unique to you. Capricorn. Capricorn, this is great for social connections. So this is where you're interacting a lot. Maybe you're buying some friends some gifts. You're thinking about future gifts you need to buy. We are coming close to the end of the year. And maybe they also spoiling you. This is great for your office parties, right? You're very social. This is your work group, your family group, the friends that you have. You're making all these arrangements and you're doing all these things. Keep in mind, Mercury is already retrograde November 9th. Okay? So this can create some, delays. But anyways, you're very sociable. This is great. You're more magnetic. You're thinking, and you can also get some wishes fulfilled, yeah. Wishes and dreams, something you wanted for the future, some wish you've had in your heart, your desire. You will notice some power dynamics within your friend circle or within your networks. It's okay. Money through networking, collaboration can come through online and in person. Success wants to find you. Let's talk about that water trine. We have Venus in Scorpio, trine, Sun in Pisces, North Node Pisces, Neptune in Pisces, trine, Jupiter in Cancer. This is like collaboration, networking, future wishes and dreams. Pisces is influencing communication, networking ideas, product launches, sales. Mercury retrograde, delays can happen. It's nothing new, just something, that you've been already working with. And if you need to read any contracts, read and reread. So keep that in mind. But other than that, this is really great for contracts, deals. Something with a sibling as well can come through. Maybe a sibling is hosting a celebration. Maybe it's a baby shower or housewarming, things like that. Jupiter in Cancer is your partnerships, okay? On a professional level, this is collaborations. That money wants to come through collaborations. You get the contract. Jupiter in Cancer is the partnership. Now, this is also great for like meeting someone. Jupiter in Cancer, you can meet someone and you'll have conversations about the future vision and dreams. You can meet them unexpectedly within your environment through your social circles and you just click. Existing relationship, this is where you get lots of opportunities for you and your partner, for you to really look at some contracts you want to sign. Maybe you sign a lease for a home, buy a home, you're doing something together with, Venus in Scorpio. So it's where you're celebrating. And this is something like maybe you want to share the news and you want to get your friends and family together. And you're so excited about this. This is also showing Saturn Pisces making changes within your neighborhood, the neighborhood that you're around, right? North Node Pisces, finding that destined neighborhood, collaborating with new people. Jupiter in Cancer is the contract, the deal. Beautiful energy. Do comment your placements and I will respond to you. Aquarius. What a journey it has been. We have Venus in Scorpio. This is great for your career, your goals, your reputation. You might dress a bit more classy. You want to get that opportunity. So you could get the, money for promotion, money through your career, money through the career, money through your ambitions, a goal. There's also goals that you have. So some goal that you've been working on just makes you feel so joyous and happy. This is your sense of purpose. So say you retired. That sense of purpose is so fulfilling. Venus is still benefic, even though it is in its detriment. It's offering you that fulfillment inside. If you're meeting anyone now, it's at a networking event, a work event, at work, out in the world. It's not at home, it's outside, okay? That's where it is at for you. If you're in an existing relationship, this is where you're talking about your goals, your financial goals, what you want for the future. You're discussing these money matters and you also are like, hey, maybe we should start planning our Christmas party. You want to do this together. Maybe we should put out what we're doing for the future becomes very important and you are working on that together. And you could also find yourself maybe going to a work event with your partner. Okay, especially existing relationships. Some power dynamics can come up, but this is where you decide, hey, let's make some changes, transformation and healing. Transformation and healing is very potent and powerful for your career. Let's talk water trine. Water trine. Venus in Scorpio trine. North Node Pisces, Neptune Pisces, Sun in Pisces trine, Jupiter in Cancer. Ideally, this is sweet for your career. See, Venus in Scorpio is influencing your career, your goals, your ambitions. Sun in Pisces, Neptune Pisces, and North Node Pisces, destined money opportunities want to come your way, especially something you've been working on. Jupiter in Cancer is your work, the work that you do, your day-to-day grind, and those opportunities want to come in. Okay, we can also see this as Venus in Scorpio. This is your sense of purpose. Sun in Pisces is like a North Node Pisces, something that you value for your sense of purpose coming through, that gives you opportunities within your day-to-day work that you do. Jupiter in Cancer is also your health, opportunities coming in to improve health and your routine. So this is where you're like, I need to change my routine to make it more easy for me. And this is where you find value, right? And with Venus in Scorpio, it's like, this is my, what gives me purpose, and this is what makes me happy and fulfills me. When it comes to meeting anyone right now, Venus in Scorpio, you're going to seek someone that is truthful, honest, first and foremost, that shares the same goals, has the same values, North Node Pisces, Sun in Pisces, Jupiter in Cancer, and this, they make you feel good. There's opportunities through your day-to-day. Like, there's like a goodness within your day and lots of opportunities wanting to come to you. Mercury Retrograde, November 19th, will conjunct Mercury Retrograde, Venus in Scorpio, your career, your goals. You'll be rethinking things. Tensions could arise with parents, authority figures, or governments, or anything related to employers. If it's clients, guess what? They're authorities because, you're serving customers. So the authorities within your life can create some tensions. And you'll notice that, and tensions within your career, tensions within your ambitions or your goals, or your sense of purpose, your reputation too. People are perceiving you the wrong way. I do have a Mercury Retrograde guidebook available for Mercury Retrograde in every sign. Yes, all 12 signs. Mercury Retrograde in each sign and how it influences your sign, so you understand it and you can work with this energy so much better. Okay. Do comment your placements. Your birth chart is unique to you, and I will respond to you in the comments. Pisces. Hello. Okay, Pisces, what an interesting energy. Venus in Scorpio is all about travel, money for travel, money for, higher education. This is like when you get that money to secure your higher education, or you complete something in terms of higher education and allows you to earn financially. Publications, money through your publications, money through foreign investments, money through teaching, sharing your expertise, okay, or through you yourself learning. This is also how you seek to expand and grow when it comes to your finances. This is your deep spiritual and transformative healing, and you are seeking truth. This can also show legal matters work in your favor, money for legal matters working in your favor. Now, at the same time, remember Mercury is retrograde, November 9th, so some delays can happen. If you're meeting anyone, it's going to be through travel, higher education, a place of history, like a historical place. It can also be some place of law. This can be some place of legal matters. So you could meet someone, even while studying. This is what you can be doing. Or where you break routine and you just have an adventure, you go to a place you've never been before, you could meet someone. Existing relationship, this is time for you to try out that foreign meal that you'll want to do. Exotic locations, exotic meals, traveling together, sweetness and happiness and joy and pleasure. This is what it's giving, an expansion, growth. Beliefs, you will be discussing meals, beliefs, and do you want the same things? So remember that, very important. Water trine, which I must say, Pisces, you are a part of, and I'm excited. Venus in Scorpio, trine Sun in Pisces, Neptune in Pisces, North Node Pisces, trine Jupiter in Cancer. This is really great for you. Sun is in your signs based on your hard work, your goals, and what you're putting in. Right? Opportunities are coming to you. Once you step outside of your comfort zone, they want to come. Venus in Scorpio, monies are coming through. So say if you go online, with Venus and Scorpio, you can. It's publications. You're putting yourself out into the world, right? And through the work that you're doing, Jupiter in Cancer, your creative ideas, your genius ideas paying off. Okay, creative projects, genius ideas, conception. You are extremely fertile right now. So keep that in mind. Sun in Pisces, this is like responsibilities due to fertility, conception, pregnancy, Jupiter in Cancer, expansion, growth, and how can I expand and grow within my world around me? So there's a lot of opportunities coming your way. This is also, if you have children, opportunities with children, Sun, Pisces, responsibility, how much of hard work do I need to do? Maybe your child needs to study and you're working towards that financially, or they need to travel. You're working towards these things. Lots of opportunities want to come to you. It's beautiful. It's great for healing as well. So seeking spiritual healing through the work that you do based on your goals and what gives you joy and pleasure. Now, Mercury retrograde. Mercury will retrograde back into Scorpio November 19th. I do have a Mercury retrograde guidebook available for Mercury retrograde all signs. I also have a Mercury retrograde reading available for how it influences you particularly. Okay, so we do have all of that. It's a forever guidebook, and the retrograde is for if you want to know about Mercury retrograde during this time. Now, let's talk about that. This is going to have you, especially with Mercury retrograde in Scorpio, and Venus will be in Scorpio. They will conjunct on the 25th, so keep that in mind. This is delays while traveling, issues while traveling, especially long distance travel, higher education, delays maybe in certification, qualification, struggles with studying, publication, struggles with putting something out into the world. Some delays are major. Although if you've been publishing something or had the idea previously, you could reap the rewards financially. Like finally you completed that course, finally you completed something. When it comes to love, beliefs will be the biggest thing, and truth bombs. See, that energy of like we have Venus, especially if you are a Pisces rising, 9th house energy is giving truth is being revealed. Venus in Scorpio, truth being revealed, as well as Mercury in Scorpio. It's being revealed to you about your relationships, and you're like, hey, we don't share the same beliefs. I think it's time to say goodbye. Okay, beautiful energy. Mercury will go direct at the end of the month. Do comment your placements, and I will respond to you. I'm looking forward to hearing from you. I'm very excited for this water energy that's coming through.